This is the 131st meeting between Indiana and Michigan State, a series that dates back to 1920. And it's the Hoosiers who control the tip in the visiting red. In the Big Ten, they've won 9 of their last 11.
And they certainly have the hottest player in Trayce Jackson-Davis, and that's the issue. When will Michigan State double, and when is the double going to come?
And it came here. He passes it out. Galloway with it, with 5 on the shot clock. The freshman Jalen Hood-Schifino from deep. He shot that from Ann Arbor.
And the double team, once Trayce Jackson-Davis put it on the deck near the lane, the double team came, and Michigan State rotated very well to pick up the pass out. That's going to be the issue if Michigan State decides to double. Can they rotate effectively and get to shooters?
Hoggard probing to Jaden Akins. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Crossover, pull up. It's short. Tipped out. Miller Kopp has it.
And rebounding is going to be a big issue in this game. Indiana had 15 offensive rebounds in that game that they won against Illinois over the weekend. Michigan State cannot allow second shots to the Hoosiers.
Something they worked on that shoot around today. In the lane is the freshman Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Little pin down screen on the left side. Hood-Schifino, who has really played extraordinarily well since Xavier Johnson went out with that Jones fracture in his foot. He just curled right around into the middle of the lane, and he's very effective in the mid-range.
By the way, Xavier Jones participated in their walk-around today. Hoggard, the 3's no good. Rebound by Race Thompson.
And Hood-Schifino, just a freshman. He is an excellent ball handler. He's got size and the ability to get downhill. Good pass.
Inside, extra pass. Galloway from the corner, the 3's good.
Trey Galloway had such a good game in that first one against Michigan State. He had 17 points, 3 assists, and knocked down all 3 of his 3-point shots.
He's shooting 48% from beyond the arc. And quickly, it is 5-0 Indiana. Hoggard, he walked. We've played 2:30 here in the first half. Here's Thompson working on Hauser. Backs him down in the lane. Jump hook. Too strong.
So against Race Thompson, they're going to go one-on-one in the post with him. It's Trayce Jackson-Davis. They're looking to double.
Hauser on the drive. Kick out. Akins, the 3, no good. Rebound, Trayce Jackson-Davis.
That was a really good block out on Mady Sissoko.
Galloway tried to dump it off to Davis. Thompson comes up with it, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Scoring list. And Mike shrugged it off and said, neither one of us did it with a 3-point shot. Remember Bob Knight saying in 1976 with that senior class he had, Quinn Buckner, Scott May, Jim Cruz, Tom Abernathy, and Bobby Wilkerson. He told the crowd in their last home game, take a good look because you'll never see their like again. And you feel a little bit the same way about Trayce Jackson-Davis.
How about Jalen Hood-Schifino, the steal, the bucket, and quickly it is 8-0 Indiana.
And that's what Tom Izzo calls a turnover for a touchdown.
There's a triple by Joey Hauser.
Well, Michigan State needed that one, and Joey Hauser has been excellent all year long. Leads Michigan State in scoring and rebounding. Had 22 points and 6 rebounds in the first game against Indiana, and he's going to need a similar performance.
He has scored 20+ in 3 straight games. They will need that tonight. There's the double. They work at the Kopp to Jalen Hood-Schifino, and the freshman shoots an air ball.
And you can't wait for the ball to be in the air. You've got to go right as the pass leaves the passer's hand.
Trey Holloman is checked in for the Spartans. Hauser again, another triple. It's short. Jackson-Davis skies for that rebound.
Jackson Kohler was right there for the offensive rebound, but Trayce Jackson-Davis just took it away from him. He's so explosive off the floor.
The freshman again, another pull-up, and he knocks that one down. He's got 6 of the 10 points for Indiana.
Well, Jalen Hood-Schifino leads Indiana in assists and steals, but it's his scoring that's really improved since Xavier Johnson has been out. He's really blossomed as a player.
Here's Malik Hall. You know, he didn't play the first time these two teams went at in January. That jumper's no good. Another rebound for Jackson Davis.
Really solid defense by Indiana, forcing Malik Hall into that tough two. He had to pivot 3-4 times before he could get the shot off.
TJD, what a move, a spin and a score.
Just spun right away from the double team coming from the high side. He is incredibly quick and explosive.
Hall with the drive, Galloway reaching in. Hauser had it, bobbled it, recovers.
Good shot fake.
Holloman in the paint, count it, and one.
In the Big Ten. And a lot of that has to do with Trace Jackson Davis, especially over his last 5 games. He's averaged about 25 a game over that period. He's been near unstoppable.
Holloman completes the three-point play. Right back to TJD. He dumps it out to Thompson, who dunks it home.
Great adjustment by Mike Woodson just to put Race Thompson right at the front of the rim. Instead of throwing opposite, he gives that option to keep a defender down low. Then he's got a choice. Throw opposite or give it to Race Thompson underneath.
Hall, ball fake. One dribble, pull up, got it.
And Malik Hall really improves this team. You can bring him off the bench. He can plug and play in just about any position in the front court. And Tom Izzo, I don't think wants to go small in this one, but he has the option with Malik Hall.
Again, to Trace Jackson Davis. Here comes the double. And he gets it again to Thompson underneath. Missed the bunny.
When Joey Hauser goes over to the double, that means you're going to have a guard that's got to get down and rotate to Race Thompson.
The dribble handoff to Hoggard. Walker. Pass deflected, nearly turned over. Bounce pass to Hoggard, who lays it in.
Boy, what a beautiful pass and a fabulous save by Jaden Akins. Not only to save it, but to save it with a purpose and get it to Tyson Walker. That's a big-time play.
14-10. Butch Shafino. TJD. Cop in the corner. Got it. You've talked about the improvement of Trace Jackson Davis, and no matter what coach we talk to, everyone says the same thing. He has improved immensely with his passing.
Well, he's a willing passer now. He really enjoys it, and he handles that ball like a grapefruit, especially on the right block. When he gets it on the right block, he can turn and throw that hook pass with his left hand.
Hall dribbling in the lane, got to get it up. Fades. No good. Good defense there by Malik Renew, the freshman.
So far, Indiana has been making Michigan State take tough twos.
Bad pass and taken away by the Spartans. Hoggard pushing. And kicks it back out to Tyson Walker.
Pretty good transition defense by Indiana. That's what Michigan State has to get some baskets in transition in this game. They can't slug it out in the half court the entire game.
Walker's jumper no good. Renew with the board.
And Tamar Bates with the ball now. He had a great game last time these two teams played.
Stolen. Hoggard. Nearly lost it. And he does. Bates comes away with it, falls and loses it himself. Back-to-back turnovers.
Boy, and Bates had a lot of open space. All he saw was wood ahead of him and turned it over.
Walker for 3, and he missed it. 7-point lead for Indiana. 11 minutes until the half, and Coach Woodson wants a timeout.
Half-court offense where they're not sprinting into their screens and really putting the kind of pressure on the Indiana defense. And give credit to Indiana, their defense has been excellent. I mean, they've forced a lot of tough twos.
Jackson Davis kicks it out.
Miller.
Yeah. Oh, how about that strip by Hoggard?
If Michigan State in their half-court offense can run things with a little more pace, they'll give themselves an opportunity for the Indiana defense to perhaps make a mistake.
Here's Hoggard. Gets the screen from Sissoko. Throws it up. He throws it down.
Just that middle ball screen by Sissoko in the middle of the floor, so help is eliminated. You spend too much time on the ball, two are on the ball, you just lob it up to the rim. And Sissoko finished it. That's a big-time play.
Galloway, the runner, too strong. And he threw it off of Hoggard.
It's just a 2-on-2 game.
Galloway open for three, and he shoots an air ball. He'll have a seat. And Jalen Hood-Schifino will check back in. Under 10 minutes until the half.
See if Michigan State goes back to that same action.
Here's the high ball screen.
High flat ball screen.
Here Brooks is checked in too for the Spartans. Here's Aiken in the lane, and they're going to call a charge. Here's Jackson Davis, and he travels.
Anytime Jackson Davis is on the left block, he's going to try to spin baseline. And just didn't get that right foot down. But that's a signature move he has. He wants to go baseline every time he's on the left block. He prefers to be on the right block, where he can get to that left hand a little bit easier when he gets into the middle, and it makes a left-hand pass easier.
Hoggard probing. Here's Brooks, the triple. That's too strong. Hood-Schifino pushing it for the Hoosiers. Into Jackson Davis. Working on Sissoko with the left hand, count it, and 19-12 is our score here as we take a look at the game and storylines. This is the first home game for Michigan State since that mass shooting that happened on this campus last Monday. Eight-point lead for the Hoosiers. Here's Tyson Walker. Malik Hall to Hoggard with 5 as he drives with the left hand, left it short. Hoggard, an 80% free throw shooter, misses that first one.
Well, Michigan State is a good free throw shooting team. We have a number of guys that shoot over 80%. They just don't get to the line as often as other Big Ten teams.
Indiana has won 9 of their last 11 games, but they have had the worst of luck in this building. And Jackson Davis lays in another one. He's got 7.
He just slipped out of that high screen and was able to get all the way to the basket. His feet are so quick. I'm not sure there's a better athlete in this league than Trace Jackson Davis. Still, he's got the nimble feet and explosiveness to get around Hauser and get to that left hand off the glass. Flex action off out of bounds underneath, just well defended by Indiana.
Walker gets the screen.
Now he got the switch.
Working on Jackson Davis, lost it. And turnover.
Jackson Davis doing a pretty good job of keeping in front. Walker felt like he had to do something extraordinary to get past him and lost it.
That's the 5th turnover for Michigan State. Reversed by Renew, no good. Here comes Hauser.
Michigan State has numbers.
Hall. Inside to Kohler, and he walked.
He feels great responsibility for every game, but this game to bring a respite. And if for 2 hours people can forget, not forget, but get away from what they've been feeling, this distraction from something, something this unimportant. He wants to be able to do that, but you can feel the weight of it.
Yeah. In fact, the students just came back to campus and went to class for the first time on Monday. Myron Metcalf with more. They're on the warm-up shirts of the Michigan State Spartans and the Indiana Hoosiers, showing their support as well. Walker wide open for three. No good. Hauser the board.
I think that might be the first offensive rebound for Michigan State in this game. It was a
second.
Terrific fade off the screen by Tyson Walker. He got a wide open three in the corner.
Kohler went to set the screen for Hall, but there's a foul on the Hoosiers. Lead is 9 for Indiana. Walker got it for three.
That was a nice play by Joey Hauser. Just threw 2 defenders, then passed out of it, and Tyson Walker was ready to shoot when the ball arrived. He's been catching it and shot faking, but he had the space to get that off, and Walker needs to get going. He's got to score in this game.
He was physically ill the first time these two teams played. That one rolls off for Jackson Davis. Here's Hall pushing it up. Walker with it again.
And Indiana's transition defense has been solid to start this game.
Here's that first one to roll in. You got 3 of them. 6 Eastern, Virginia, North Carolina, another Sonic blockbuster.
A little false motion out top just to get into that middle ball screen action.
Galloway banks it home.
Boy, terrific turn to the corner by Trey Galloway. When he drives right, he's taking it all the way. He's not going to pull up.
We're at the 5-minute mark. Akins, no good. Sissoko, the offensive board. Sets the screen for Walker.
A good job by Galloway to get around that screen. Trace Jackson Davis was in drop coverage. He wasn't up to touch.
Walker pulls it and knocks down another triple. That cuts the lead to 3. Spartans on an 8-0 run, and listen to the Breslin Center.
Last couple times Jackson Davis has gotten the ball, they are not doubling, just digging down with the guard and recovering.
He spins and draws the foul.
He was their leading scorer and one of the best defenders in that league.
Just a 69% free throw shooter. Missed them both.
A double drag in transition. Well, Galloway's done a nice job coming off, guarding Tyson Walker coming off screens.
Walker make it 3 straight. He's got 9 now. We're all tied up at 24. Spartans have gone on this 11-2 run. Kopp from the corner.
How did he make that? That was as deep in the corner as you can be. Thought it might hit the backboard when he let it go.
That's one of those hush shots.
What a shot by Miller Kopp. You start thinking about all Big Ten, and it's no-brainers that Zach Edey and Trace Jackson Davis lead the way, but Jalen Pickett of Penn State, I think, would have to be there. Chris Murray of Iowa, and then that, if you want to call it the last slot, you'd have to give Boo Buie from Northwestern that slot.
Absolutely. 1-point lead for Indiana. Coming on 3 minutes until the half. Michigan State has not led at all in this game thus far.
Jackson Kohler, the freshman guarding Trace Jackson Davis, he's done a good job of staying between Trace Jackson Davis and the bucket.
That one too strong by TJD. Hoggard to Hauser. Walker. Here's the freshman, Kohler. Up and under, and the lead for Michigan State, their first of the night.
And there's the tremendous footwork from the freshman, Jackson Kohler. First player to play for Tom Izzo from the state of Utah. And he's got Drew Timme-like feet, the big man from Gonzaga.
Bates missed the floater. Aikens, the Hoggard lays it in. Spartans are running. Under 2 minutes. Jackson Davis recovers and lays it in. He's got 9. Hauser, triple, short. Kohler's there. Spins, too strong.
But Jackson Kohler's put up some nice minutes for Michigan State. Didn't get that little left-handed hook to go, but well, he has really worked in this game.
Inside to Jackson Davis. They work it around the perimeter. Caught open for 3. Missed it.
Well, he's not going to miss many of those. And Trace Jackson Davis off the hard hedge did a nice job of slipping to the basket.
Aikens pulls up from the baseline. And the tip in by the freshman.
Well, he just wedged Trace Jackson Davis underneath the basket. Went up with that right hand to tip it in. Just another big play by Jackson Kohler in this game.
Under a minute. In their last 25 trips here to East Lansing, Indiana has only won twice. That one blocked by the freshman. Jump ball possession arrow is pointing towards Michigan State. But the first one here at the Breslin Center. Up 3. Hoggard turns the corner. Crossover and kicks it out to Walker. He's got 5 on the shot clock. He'll pull it. Got it! Walker's got 12. Walker 4 of 6 from distance. Stolen. Aikens throws it up. Too strong.
And they took the double team off, went one-on-one in the post. They weren't in rotation, and their defense got a little bit better.
Chris Jackson Davis missed the bunny. More on Indiana. Here's Myron.
Yeah, Mike Woodson said some of those shots Michigan State hit when they got hot. Can't do much about that, but he said they have to be tougher, and they really have to be a better rebounding team here in the second half. But he gave Michigan State credit for some of the tough shots they made.
Hauser gets doubled. Extra pad, Aikens in the corner.
Boy, this is a really good Michigan State passing team. And all but a few buckets have been assisted.
Hood-Schifino knocks down the baseline jumper.
A nice fade to the corner by Jalen Hood-Schifino. He got off to a quick start, had 6 early points, but was somewhat quiet throughout the rest of the first half.
7-point lead from Michigan State. Hauser for 3. Yes!
Well, the ball reversal pass has been really effective for Michigan State.
Mike Woodson with a quick timeout.
To get a little bit more focus to take away those threes, force Michigan State to put it on the deck.
Spartans now with that 10-point lead, their largest of the game thus far.
A good recovery by Tyson Walker.
Hood-Schifino shots no good. Aikens the board.
No longer is Michigan State double teaming. They are just digging down from the guard spots. Running that same action, roll pop.
Hoggard the triple. Yes! Michigan State is red hot from distance.
That's 8 of 16 now from 3. And just that little penetration by Jaden Aikens opened up that 3-point shot.
Galloway, and that quiets the crowd.
Trey Galloway sees a big bucket when he is playing against Michigan State. Remember, he had that 17-point outburst against the Spartans in Bloomington.
Galloway's got 8 tonight. 10 on the shot clock. Walker gets the high screen from Sissoko. Now he'll pull up. He was hot. He stays hot.
When Trace Jackson Davis catches the ball, there's got to be movement.
Galloway, yes.
A quick pass off that short roll by Trace Jackson Davis.
And a steal by Thompson. Extra pass, and Thompson dunks it home.
A beautiful play by Trey Galloway. Took it to the basket, drew the defense, just dropped it off to Race Thompson. And those are the kind of turnovers that drive Tom Izzo crazy.
7 turnovers from Michigan State. Lead is now single digits, just 8. And they're going to say that one's on the freshman setting the screen. Inside, Jackson Davis. He left it short, tried to follow it up. Hall comes away with it. Hall to Hoggard. 16 minutes left in this game. Hoggard turns the corner and scores.
With Trace Jackson Davis in that drop coverage, he just snaked right past him, got all the way to the basket. That's just a big-time move by A.J. Hoggard.
And turnover on the pass. Hall dunks it home.
Of Tyson Walker. Walker's now 5 of 7 from three-point range in this game, 9 of 17 for Michigan State overall.
Cramped up, he's on the bench. Race Thompson, that jump hook with the left hand, too strong. Holloway to Malik Hall, crossover drive, hangs, shot rejected.
Doubling him, and Trace Jackson Davis only has 9 points in this game.
Yeah, just 4 of 8. Listen, he's on a roll of a 4-game streak where he's put up 20 and 10. That's tied for the longest streak by a Big Ten player over the last 25 seasons.
Well, in that first game, he had 31 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 4 assists against Michigan State.
He's got it right now, working on the freshman. Spins off the glass, count it, and 1. Completes the 3-point play. He's now got 12. Holloman being guarded by Hood Schifino. To Akins. Now Hauser to Holloman again with 5. Step back from the baseline. No. Here's Hall. Comes racing in. Here's Hauser. Ripped in by Thompson. And that's a jump ball. Here's Walker back in after cramping up.
Trace Jackson Davis had to switch out on him. Now he's got Jackson Davis still guarding him.
Hauser, good look. In and out. They're going to say cop. So Kopp will have a seat. Caleb Banks will come in for Indiana. Here's Hall driving on Banks. His shot, no, tipped out by Jackson Davis. Here's Hood Schifino. Backs down Holloman. His shot is short, but there's a foul. And gets that first one to roll. Hood Schifino now in double digits.
Now Indiana throwing a little 2-2-1 3-quarter court pressure to slow the advance.
lot of dribbling. Here's Walker. 5 now on the shot clock. Walker splits, drives, left hand, oh, short.
Oh, what a spectacular move by Walker, just didn't finish it.
Trevino. Jackson Davis tried to get it into Malik Renew.
By Trace Jackson Davis. But looked like Michigan State got a hand on it before Renew knocked it out of bounds.
Jackson Kohler too strong with the jump hook. Davis reverses it in. Near turnover from Michigan State.
Good pass.
Oh, open, but Coach Izzo saying exactly what you were talking about. You see him jump. It's like, you got a jump stop on that. Here's Galloway. Inside. Renew. Spins. Use that left hand, and that one rolls in.
Well, good patience by Malik Renew. He's a lefty. He's good in the post. A lot of big guys in that situation would walk with it, but he showed really good poise.
He and Jalen Hood-Schifino, high school teammates. That's the first bench points for Indiana tonight. Walker nearly lost it.
Well defended by Trey Galloway off that wide pin down. Got the switch.
Forces up the shot and still knocks it down.
How many tough shots has Tyson Walker hit in this game?
He's got 17. Renew working on Sissoko. Back to his high school teammate. How about that box out by Malik Hall? "11 minutes left in the game. 7 is the lead. Hoggard in the lane. The float game. Good.
A.J. Hoggard has played an excellent floor game. That's 12 points now for Hoggard, 5 assists in this one. And Michigan State's job on the defensive glass has been stellar. Indiana retains possession, but the Hoosiers don't have a single offensive rebound. They got one T, they call it a team rebound, but that's it.
How about that rejection?
Both he and Jackson Kohler have done a very nice job, especially on the defensive end, to hold Trace Jackson Davis down. Trace Jackson Davis has 6 turnovers in this game. And that's been on single coverage.
Here's Hall. Jab step, ball fake, and draws the foul.
He's going against the freshman, Malik Renew, and that shot fake got Renew off balance and allowed that left-handed drive into the middle. Well, when Michigan State has gotten ball reversal, when they've moved it from one side of the floor to the other, Michigan State's had a lot of good things. They're getting the shots that they want for the most part.
Oh, knocks down that first one. And Wednesday night on ESPN, also on the app.
You have to think that North Carolina's on the outside of the field looking in. They've got to play their way in.
Wouldn't that be something? You get into the NCAA tournament, no North Carolina, no Kentucky.
Well, it's happened before, but not with both teams ranked in the top 5 to start the year.
Right. In and out for Hood-Schifino.
And another 1 and out for Indiana.
Michigan State will take their time. Hoggard. Walker. Flips it up. Miller Kopp comes away with it.
All right, Sissoko almost kept that thing alive. This great hustle by Mady Sissoko. Battling for the offensive rebound and then sprinted down court when Trayce Jackson-Davis had beaten him down there, and still able to knock that ball away and save a bucket.
Galloway, the triple is short. Here's Sissoko again. Took it away from Hauser, who took the brunt of that.
Hauser holding the left side of his face. He took a shot from his own teammate, but probably willing to, considering Michigan State retained possession.
Sets the screen for Hoggard, who lays it in.
Boy, they are taking advantage of that switch. When Trayce Jackson-Davis has to switch off, Hoggard just went right at him.
A.J. Hoggard has only missed one shot tonight.
Gang rebounding mentality of Michigan State. They've not allowed a single offensive rebound for Indiana. They've got one that's a team rebound. Now here's the double and the rotation out of it.
Galloway lost it on the drive, but it went off of Michigan State.
Now Tom Izzo had been going with single coverage in the post for quite some time, since early in the game, but I think decided to switch it up just to give a different look, so that Trayce Jackson-Davis doesn't get used to one thing.
He's got it now, forces that one up, and it will stay with the Hoosiers.
In the first game between these two teams, Indiana scored on quite a few out of bounds underneath possessions, and thus far Michigan State's done a better job of taking away initial actions.
Jalen Hood-Schifino from the corner.
Well, got a little fade screen in the corner just to throw across. Just as you're praising Michigan State for not allowing it, they allow an open three, but really well run by Indiana out of bounds underneath.
There's a turnover. Indiana. And Jackson would win here. So we start to wind down the regular season. The importance of this game for them.
Well, they got a hole to dig out of, but there's still plenty of time. Couple of stops, couple of scores. This game feels a lot different.
Lead is 10, 7:30 left. Akins drive, he's left-handed, high off the glass, tipped out, but it's Hood-Schifino who comes away with it.
Trayce Jackson-Davis got a piece of that one.
And Trayce Jackson-Davis comes away with it and banks it home.
Tyson Walker was trying to take off before he got control of the ball, and Jaden Akins was out ahead of everybody.
Jackson-Davis now with 17 as well. Hauser, the triple, no good. Sissoko's there for the rebound. Akins from the corner again.
The best time to shoot a three is after an offensive rebound. Just a heady play by Mady Sissoko to kick it out to Akins after that offensive board. Didn't have the stick back.
Akins 2 of 4 from the three-point line.
And Akins has done a nice job defensively. 3 steals in this one.
Michigan State shooting 50% from beyond the arc.
Now once Mady Sissoko, he does a great job of wedging Trayce Jackson-Davis underneath, and Akins, give him credit because he went to the three-point line and spaced out knowing that Sissoko might throw it out there. Sissoko didn't have the immediate stick back and very intelligently looked out to the three-point line where you can get a step-in three. Never a better time to shoot a three than after an offensive board.
Malik Hall will check back in. A.J. Hoggard and Akins will sit down. Holloman is checked in as well for Michigan State.
On several occasions, Trayce Jackson-Davis has allowed himself to get pushed under the basket on defensive rebounding. And give credit to Michigan State. They have just been stronger on the glass than Indiana.
Lead is now just 9. Keep in mind, Indiana came back from 11 against Illinois just the other day to get that win in Bloomington. That was on Saturday. Here's Hall in the paint. Jump hook. Rolls off. He got it back, though. And it will stay with the Spartans.
Another offensive rebound by Michigan State, and Sissoko was the one that kept that alive, and he's going to get a blow right now. And Jackson Kohler back into the ball game, who had just a fantastic first half.
9 offensive rebounds for Michigan State in this game. Here's Walker.
It looked like he got hit there.
Jackson Davis. They got numbers. Trevino stepped out of bounds. Indiana in 3rd right now in the Big Ten. Michigan State tied for 5th, but they're 10-2 at home. Here's the bump from Miller Kopp, and that will be number 4 on Miller Kopp.
Well, the last possession, Michigan State set a little low cross screen to try to get Malik Hall isolated in the low post against Kopp.
And Hall going right at him, dumps it off for Kohler. Hauser, the ball fake, and knocks down the jumper.
Boy, what a catch by Jackson Kohler. That was a difficult pass, but he not only caught it, he got it out to Hauser. And that shot fake and drive was a big time play by Joey Hauser.
Hauser in double figures now. Thompson driving left hand off the glass.
Boy, good little keeper by Race Thompson. Looked like he might pitch it out, but he kept it on that left hand drive.
Under 5 minutes. Walker, left hand, yes.
Well, he has been so good in pick and roll situations, putting Trace Jackson Davis in it. He's been in drop coverage, and Tyson Walker's just been going around him almost every time.
Inside, Trace Jackson Davis.
It's so hard when he ducks into the middle of the lane. Kohler tried to stay between him and the basket, but you're just not going to shut out Trace Jackson Davis. He's too good.
Here's Walker with the rock. His 5 3-pointers, the most in the game since he transferred to Michigan State. That was just prior to last season.
Now that high ball screen and putting Trace Jackson Davis into that high ball screen has been really effective for Michigan State. And you can see that Tyson Walker still having a little bit of a problem, looks like, with his legs. He's been holding that left hamstring a little bit. I don't know whether he's feeling like he might cramp up a little bit. The first cramp he got was that right leg.
So Walker at the line for the 1-and-1. Pass Sunday by Ole Miss before they pull that one out.
So impressive against LSU, 2 undefeated teams. And the Gamecocks made it look easy.
I was gonna say, they put the hammer down. That pass was just too hot. More on Walker. Here's Myron.
Yeah, he was in the timeout saying that it's his left and his right leg, the back of his left leg, and then his right quad, drinking a lot of water, trying to get back into a rhythm.
11-point lead for the Spartans. Here's Hall. Working on Kopp. Kopp's got those 4 fouls. Spin, fades, and another offensive board. That's the 10th for Michigan State, thanks to the freshman Kohler.
And Kohler goes after every rebound with 2 hands, and now A.J. Hoggard's going to go to the line and has been shut out on the glass. Well, you give a lot of credit to Jackson Kohler. I think in a lot of ways he changed the tenor of this game when he came in. Did a great job on Trace Jackson Davis in the first half. He's got 7 rebounds in this game.
13 of Hoggard's points have come in the second half here in the game thus far. Near steal. Hall lost it.
Just tried to go through his legs. Just possession more important than position there.
Put Schifino, the runner.
And right now, Michigan State has to be strong with the ball because you know that Indiana is going to take some chances. They're going to swipe at it and try to take it from you.
Go back to 1992. Last 25 trips here to East Lansing. Indiana has only emerged victorious twice. Hoggard draws another personal. Both of them good. 13-point lead for the Spartans. Nearly stolen by Sissoko. Hood Schifino from the corner is no good. Offensive board, Indiana the putback.
Going with only 1 starter.
Both good by C.J. Gunn. Now they press. Hoggard breaks it himself.
With under 2 minutes in regulation, Michigan State, they don't want to take the air out of it, but you don't have to be in a hurry.
You know, Tom Izzo's got 36 wins as an unranked team against ranked opponents. And looking for number 37 is Tyson Walker. Boy, was he cooking in this one.
Well, he's been so good off pick and roll situations. His reads have been excellent. He attacks that secondary defender so intelligently. And
their 17th win of the season, 9th, just with more all-time wins. Bob Knight and Gene Cady. Just a hellacious week for this campus after a mass shooting took the lives of 3 students, critically injured 5 others. This is the first home game for the Spartans since that shooting.
When he came into the game, the job that he did on, this is a different Michigan State team.
20 now for Hoggard.
And this will be, if Michigan State winds up finishing this, the 8th quad 1 win for Michigan State. They played one of the 5 toughest schedules in the country.
Absolutely. Projected as a 7 seed.
You know, when you looked at the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee's top 16 that they released on Saturday, a lot seemed to be on quality wins. You know, certainly bad losses are going to factor in. And Michigan State's had a number of what I would call quality losses against excellent opponents, but they've got a number of quality wins that are going to put them in good shape in the, not only the selection process, this is a tournament team, but in the seeding process.
Once again, Indiana has come here to East Lansing, and it's been the story of recently. They're going to walk out with a loss. Since '92, 25 trips here to East Lansing, just 2 wins. As Hoggard now with 22, Tyson Walker with 23 to lead Michigan State. And moments ago, Tom Izzo shakes hands.